Pieces of Purpose is about to roll in. The pretty hostess here is Miss Sohaira Sultan. Her segments here on Women's Worldview touch our heart and soul and is very well received by our viewers. Sohaira Ji is a well-recognized life coach. Oftentimes, we think life is sad. We suffer from anxiety. We suffer from depression and think, oh no, life has come to an end. No, life has not come to an end. With the generous help of life coaches, you're able to stand on your feet and manage life and, of course, put your head on your shoulders once again. Let's hear Sohaira Ji's take for this week.
Good morning, Pieces of Purpose viewers. So happy to be back with you all. I want to dive right in with you guys on today's topic that is twofold, so important to me. I know you've heard me talk about this a little in the past, dropping our expectations and ideas of norm so that we can grow and experience from a place of positivity and love. Today I want to expand on that to share some of the gems that can be found when we choose to do this. Remember as far back as elementary school, kids in the playground chanting, "First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby in the baby carriage." And then adults, at every wedding wishes seem to include baby wishes. Marriage equals family. So what happens when marriage equals infertility? Over the past decade, it seems more and more common for couples to run into the challenge of childbearing. When a couple goes through this, there's so many emotions to stay strong through. It's a grieving process of its own, letting go of an idea that is just as normal as having 10 fingers. It doesn't seem like a big thing you're asking for or dreaming of. As a result of infertility, some of what happens individually in the relationship are feelings of inadequacy, feelings of having let the other spouse down, of being let down by the divine, linked oftentimes with, worse yet, feelings of being unworthy. Your family and friends can't give up on hope, and you're left mending your disappointed heart after every reminder and thoughtless comment. You lovebirds don't want to give up on that honeymoon, huh? Or jokes like, "Next time I better see you with a little one, haha." It's not funny. It's painful. Despite this highly embedded belief in growing a family, adoption rarely seems like a choice. I try my best to be open to most diverse opinions, but one that I can't wrap my head around is that many societies to this day look down on adoption, despite the fact that there isn't a single religion that doesn't encourage taking care of the orphans. Families question the morale and the family background of the child. They fear the lack of family health history. And when they finally get over all of that, they often get stuck into self-doubt. Will I be able to love this child enough? I'm going to share with you a personal journey of the love of my life. This is my 7-month-old niece, my brother's adopted daughter. After years of fertility treatments, they finally resolved that if they really wanted to grow their family, they were going to have to adopt. Adoption is not easy. The process is invasive and grueling and money-quenching. But it took them making a conscious decision to accept the reality of a fact that could not be altered, and staying devoted to their values by upholding their commitment to each other and their marriage, despite all the odds, including all the disappointments and exhaustive treatments and broken hopes that came with infertility. After 2 years of waiting and wanting, May 2017, they were blessed with the beautiful gift of a baby girl. She's literally lit up their life. And as often as they get to hear the heroish praise of others for caring of an orphan, a question that comes to mind is, why did we deprive ourselves of this love for so long? There was a study done in which 6 out of 10 newborns died simply from not having been held. I've never been able to get over that statistic, for which reason adoption's been something dear to my heart long before this angel arrived. However, I think I'd only viewed it as a need to be of service to a child, and not as a love that could be lost if not found. One day, while I was coaching on this topic of infertility, I had an epiphany of sorts. Perhaps the truth of the matter is that those who face infertility are gifted souls. That actually, despite contrary to beliefs, this is not a punishment or bad karma, but that the divine sees something far more precious about these individuals. If you just heard negative Nanny say something rude, please tell her to go away. Stay with this thought. The divine sees something far more precious about these individuals, about you. What if your gift from the divine is the immense heart that exists within you? The ability to love someone unconditionally does not exist within everyone. Your heart has been chosen. Today I chose to talk about this topic from the perspective of infertility, but it's applicable to everything in our lives. As difficult as many truths are, I want you to dig deep and find that gem within your heartache. Don't let your only strength be of resilience or patience. Find your healing, the sort of healing that actually expands your capacity to be passionate. Take your gift and give back to the world. It is said that when you give something, you are given even more. Don't just ask to receive. Give and you shall receive. That's all I have for today, but don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Sohaira Sultan's page, Pieces of Purpose. If you have more questions or would like to simply send me a message, PM me or email me at createyourmosaic@gmail.com. Don't forget, we all have gems. What is yours?